Welcome to the Deep Dive by Outlier, where we uncover the market's hidden trends and give you the edge you need. Head on over to ovtlyr.com right now to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk today. Now let's jump right in.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to do a deep dive into something that's been all over the news lately.
Yeah.
The U.S. election and what it could mean for Germany's economy.
Absolutely.
You might be thinking, what does American politics have to do with Germany?
Right, exactly.
But get this, Germany barely avoided a recession.
Yeah.
Their economy's kind of shaky right now.
It is.
And this whole election thing, let's just say it's not helping.
Definitely not. It's adding to their problems for sure.
So
we've got some excerpts here from a CNBC article that lays it all out pretty clearly. And the title itself is pretty dramatic. Trump victory deals latest severe blow to a struggling Germany.
Wow.
And you know, it's not an exaggeration. Germany's GDP growth was just 0.2% in the third quarter.
Oh, wow.
Which just barely kept them out of a technical recession.
So they were already on thin ice before the election even happened.
Exactly. And it gets even worse. Their own economy ministry predicted a contraction for the entire year.
Really?
Yeah, even before we knew who won the U.S. election. So this is not a sudden thing.
Okay.
Their economy's been sluggish for a while with a bunch of indicators pointing to weakness.
So what kind of indicators are we talking about?
Well, one thing you can look at is the composite PMI.
Okay.
It basically tracks business activity.
Oh, yeah.
And Germany's PMI has been pretty weak, like stuck in what economists call contraction territory.
Okay.
This means things like fewer jobs are being created, businesses are holding back on investments, and there's just a general sense of uncertainty.
Got it.
Yeah.
So Germany's economy is already shaky.
Yeah.
And then Trump wins.
Right.
And we all know his history with trade.
Yeah.
All the tariffs and protectionism.
Right.
That can't be good for a country that depends so much on exports.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And
like Germany.
The CNBC article actually quotes this expert, Moritz Schullerich. He's the president of the Kiel Institute for the World Economy. And he called this the most difficult economic moment in the history of the Federal Republic of Germany.
Wow. Those are
pretty cool, strong words.
Yeah, those are strong words.
Yeah.
But why is Germany so vulnerable?
Well,
what makes them so reliant on exports?
Germany's entire economy is built on selling stuff to other countries.
Right.
They're famous for their cars, machinery, and chemicals, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Right.
One of their biggest customers is the U.S. People are starting to push back against this super globalized world we've been living in.
Right.
They want more control over their own economies.
Yeah, we've seen that in a lot of places.
Right.
Brexit.
Yeah.
The U.S.-China trade war. And now this potential conflict between the U.S. and Europe.
Right. It's like everyone's trying to figure out where they fit in.
Yeah. It's like a whole new world order is taking shape.
That's a great way to put it. It's like a rebalancing of power.
Right.
And we don't know how it's going to turn out.
So what are some possibilities?
Well,
like best case, worst case?
One possibility is that the world becomes more fragmented.
Okay.
Like imagine different regions competing with each other.
Right.
More trade barriers.
Yeah.
More geopolitical tension.
Yeah.
That's the situation where nobody really wins.
Right. It's like every country for itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. But there's also a more optimistic possibility.
Okay.
Maybe all this disruption will lead to a fairer system of global trade.
Okay.
One that takes everyone's needs into account.
Okay. So a more cooperative approach.
Right.
Even if it's messy getting there.
Exactly. And I think Germany, with their economic strength and their influence in the EU, they could play a big part in making that happen.
They're kind of in a unique position.
They are.
Between the old way and the new way.
Right. And the decisions they make, along with their European partners, will have a huge impact.
Well, this has been quite the deep dive.
It has.
We've uncovered Germany's economic weaknesses.
Yeah.
Explored how this U.S. election could affect them. And even talked about the future of globalization itself.
It's been a lot.
It's complicated, and it's all connected, and it's still going on.
Exactly. As we wrap up.
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
If this is really a turning point in history, like some people are saying, what role do you want to play?
That's a good question.
Yeah. What kind of world do you want to see come out of all this?
That's a really important question for all of us to consider.
It is, because the future's not set in stone.
Right.
We create it together through our actions and our choices.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Keep learning, keep asking questions, keep engaging with the world, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks so much for deep diving with us today. Head on over to outlier.com. That's OVTLYR.com to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk today. And we'll see you next time.